Hi roses, I'm Rosie the reader and roses are red. And then watch the playlist. It's called It's Not Over Yet. So we've got 3 more to go in this energy. This energy is buckle down and go for the ride. It's not over yet. This is coming up. Like all of these readings really feel like they're all the same. I'm not saying the same thing, but it really is like a part 1, part 2, and it's just going on and on in this playlist and also into the next playlist. But let's jump into this energy. Okay, so buckle down, go for the ride is not over yet, and that's also the name of the playlist. But yeah, there's something coming up about bracing yourself and bracing for impact. Don't brace yourself. Just take it. Just go for the ride. Okay, empathetic. Yes, we are on track. This was coming up in the last reading. Someone empathizing with negative energies, whether it's negative or positive, just being open and receptive to everything that's around you. It was coming at us like boulders. This energy, it was like crashing waves, boulders, and you just had to let it flow. Don't hold on to it. Don't brace for impact. Don't cover yourself in this armor. A lot of times we hear somebody could be gossiping outside about you. A lot of times we hear people saying, put on the armor of God. Someone is sneaking around you. All right, let's not get paranoid. But I feel like someone has made some sort of a connection and now they're sneaking around your energy, gossiping, because you survived their attacks. And they're used to people just going down without a fight. But I feel like you're not fighting because you're not covering yourself in an armor and picking up a sword. You're just letting them fight themselves. Is the energy of chaos and argumentative energies. And you could be someone who's very modest and uncomplaining. Let's take one more for this energy. But it's just so powerful, this idea of not bracing yourself. But I'm going to leave it there, because I feel like I'm almost like clinging to the idea of letting go, which is counterintuitive. Okay. Someone's very clever. Well, I'm reading that someone being very smart, very intelligent. You know the difference. You know the difference in energies and when something is your energy and not your energy. But I feel like a lot of y'all have been fighting to stay afloat. Like you're fighting to be yourself. This is not for everybody. Some people shapeshift. Let's see. There's a shapeshifted energy here that... Okay, so the energy of this shapeshifter is like they're fighting different battles and different fights, and they're putting on different armors and picking up different weapons. But there's an energy of letting go and going with the flow it would almost seem like a shapeshifter, but you're still yourself. You're the vulnerable you. You're not clinging to any one position. If that makes any sense. It's only for the people that it's meant to be for. So I'm not going to explain everything and hope this falls on the ears that's meant to hear it. So it's buckle down, go for the ride of empathizing. This could be someone is asking you for something. They want your energy, and right now I feel like it's time to just let them have it. Even if it seems wrong to give your last. There's something about holding on to this last little bit that's meant for you to let go. And whatever that is, whatever the case is, use your intuition. Because I'm just reading the cards. I don't know your personal situation. Something sneaky here about this mother. About this mother in your life, or motherly figure, or someone with this open heart. It's kind of like it's open, but what I'm seeing as being sneaky about this energy is that her hands are pointed to herself. So you see her hands are out because she's given her last. It says, calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others. So these people are in the background stopping her. Don't give your last. It's all you have. That's all she has. And she gave it to Jesus because he asked. And then we have the mother who Jesus said, "You're not my mother." When he, right before he was dying on the cross, he said, "You're not my mother. My mother is those who follow Christ. My brother is those who follow Christ. My sister is those who follow Christ. Well, those who follow God." And he basically divorced her at the wedding. A lot of people don't really mention this. So it was like, it was really not the Mother Mary in his eyes, because she wasn't his mom. And also it kind of implies that she didn't follow God, because he said, my mother follows God. It's in the Bible right before he died, part of the story. So that's just what I'm reading into this, because her arms are facing herself, and it's almost like she's pretending to give and pretending to have this open heart, but she really just loves herself, which is okay in some situations. But if you're being really close to God, then this is what you want to, this is what we're empathizing with. And that's what I feel like with this energy is like, that's what's scary, to empathize with giving your last. But I feel like a lot more is rushing in, a lot more opportunities is coming towards you. Somebody is ready to do this. It's not for everyone, but if you've done this before, you know that it's not the end of the world. When you give your last, it's like, it's the beginning of a new life that no longer is tied down to the fear of losing something. And you never realize how afraid people are to lose until you give your last, and it's no longer an issue for you. So many things, so many blessings come from this. And then we have someone who's uncomplaining, who's being swallowed by a whale. This whale came up. Another thing is like, don't tie yourself to the meanings of things. Maybe uncomplaining by the fact that you're being chastised in some way. Uncomplaining that people are harassing you is all a blessing, because you're going to chew on it later. You're going to have so much to think about and analyze and decide what you want to do with your life, and who you want to help, and who you are just going to hand over to God. You just get a deeper perspective of the whole story when you empathize and you just let go and go with the flow. It really does feel like a ride. That's what I feel like is not over yet for some people. This ride, buckle down and go for the ride. Even if God is telling you to stay still momentarily. You have 5 of water here. Like, stay still and think about some things, even if it's the negative. We have focusing on the negative here. Things not turning out the way you anticipated. Forgiveness of self. And a lot of this is just a thought game for some people. If you're resonating with this, it's a story after all. And it's like, you know, if these are just tarot cards and you just have one meaning for each card, it will get pretty boring. But I feel like with this energy is like, you can look at these you can look at these cards from so many different angles, or even your situation, your story, different scenarios in your life, what you believe in, what you don't believe in, things like this, where you're going next. Even, what roles you play and whose side you're on. I mean, for some people, it's not up for debate, and I definitely understand that. You have King of Water. But some people get to play the game in its entirety and have a lot of fun with it. And you just realize how strong you are as a human being, and you're totally safe. Completely safe. Because the earth is the Lord's. And it's a true faith, it's a true walk points where you really don't know where you're going or what you're doing. You truly are just following God. That's what I feel like is the God state. Like, you really do become one with God, married to him as the church. You have trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious. There's also a need to take caution here. And that's what I feel with these tarot cards, because you can get so deep in these readings, and then sometimes I'm like, hold up, this is divination. Like, at the same time, that's why I stay so close to these Christian cards. But that's what it is to have faith in God. You are going to have to do something that you just want to do because it's fun. You have the Lovers card.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. Yo. Let's go to the beach.